All new on KXLY News at 6. These little wigglers are helping Whitworth University decrease its waste by 70% in just a few weeks. It's part of an overall composting program that earned the school the Recycler of the Year award by the Washington State Recycling Association. In a story you will only see here on KXLY4, our Hawk Hammer breaks down what the future holds for these Whitworms.
There's nothing quite like sifting through a warm pile of compost.
So we started this off with about 8 pounds of worms.
The earthy smell.
Over 90 days, they can double that.
The warmth.
It's a pretty quick process. And
that overall wholesome feeling. A cycle.
We're all about bringing in, that nutrients back into the soil.
This new worm bin at Whitworth, part of a lofty goal. Decrease waste on the campus, cut back chemicals, and so far, it's working. With over 1,000 pounds of food and paper waste a day at the school, 70% of it is now being diverted to compost, either here to the worms, the shredders for worm bedding, or out to big compost piles. The tiny Whitworms making big changes on campus, says Lana Braun, a student who helps with the project.
I've seen the transition from students dumping all of their food in the trash to all of it in compost. So that's been a pretty sweet thing to watch.
What's also cool, it's a big research project. There's a lot riding on these worms. They're going to be used to see if with worm poop and compost tea and a bit of extra TLC, the school can cut back on chemical use on its athletic fields.
Because we use the most fertilizer and herbicide products out there, so trying to go back to that organic way.
When school gets back in session, they expect this bin will be filled to the brim with worms doing what they do best, eating their weight in compost every few days. But that's not all the Whitworm work going on. There's going to be other worm tubes scattered around campus. The goal is for students to come out of their dorms, bring their food waste, open this tube, dump their food in, all for the worms and other decomposers to eat.
Worms can, sense if there's food somewhere, so they'll all travel, kind of break down the food there, and as they're, traveling back out, they're dispersing that organic material.
A big boon for the flowers and trees and students at Whitworth. I'm Hawk Hammer, KXLY4 News.